around this hand and pulled it through the middle is how they would sell it. This would be put back on the stick, and they had a little press on the wall. They would just kind of make this flat, and they took it back out in the barn, and if it was real damp, they would hang it up, and if it wasn't, they would lay it down flat. And then when it was time to go to town, they used trucks like that old one you saw in the barn down there. They would stack these things on that truck this high. I mean, it would take a boy and his dad all day to load that load. And rumor has it that my great-grandfather would actually level the truck before they started.
Level it.
Jack it up, put a level on the bed of the truck, and jack it up corner to corner until it was level like a pool table. And then they would load the hands. And these hands would go to town, and they would stack them on a basket in a circular fashion. So they'd have a smaller feller stand in the middle and keep doing that, and then they would lift him out. And that basket of tobacco would weigh about 800 pounds and have all them hands on it. It took a tremendous amount of labor. In the late 70s, an engineer at the University of Kentucky started working on a process to bale tobacco. The companies didn't like this. They thought it would ruin the program. At any rate, at that same time, the plans for that prototype baler were put out through the extension service, and the extension agent brought my dad one of those plans and said, "Hey, I got something I want you to try." So my dad built a press, and it used a car jack to press the bales. People came from far and near to see this tobacco baling operation because everybody was still hand tying. Well, that tobacco baling with those 3 white cotton strings in 3 years' time became the norm. Now let's fast forward to 1998. Down in the flue-cured belt, they harvest the leaves first, leave the stalks in the field, and they cure using heat, which makes a lighter colored tobacco, which is why light colored burley is not desirable. They've already got plenty of light colored tobacco from down south. They take those loose leaves out of those barns, and they used to just put them in a big burlap sheet, tie it up, and take it to town. Well, when you start putting those on a semi-truck, you can't get a load on. So they started looking for ways to compress that to make it more dense so they could haul it. And in 1999, University of Georgia prototyped these big balers for flue-cured tobacco. It was 2005 before that made its way up to Kentucky. So in 2005, they started accepting the big bale as the standard package for burley tobacco, and now it's about 75% of the tobacco coming in down there is big bales. So from 2005 to today, which has been a 5-year period, 3/4 of growers have adopted the big bale. But you're looking at a guy right there that's still small bales, and you're looking at a guy right there that just bought his first big balers this year. So the transition's still in progress. The labor savings with the big bale, it's as beneficial to the company as it is to us. With those smaller bales, you see those guys loading that cart? Well, they do a similar process where we sell. They put them on a piece of cardboard and then they band them together, and it takes a lot of man labor. Meanwhile, over there where they sell these big bales, they got one tow motor with a clamp on it doing all the work. So the companies, they like the big bales, and we like them too. We don't have to keep our leaves straight. So we've gone from one extreme to another. The hand-tied tobacco had to be extremely neat to be sold. In these big bales, you've seen us just heaping those leaves in there like putting clothes in the dryer.
So it probably cuts the time in half.
Studies at Kentucky and Tennessee's universities indicate anywhere from 25 to 30%. And we've experienced about a 25% increase in efficiency here. But I can't tell you how much of that is because of the bale press and how much of that is because of our new setup. Instead of carrying bundles through that little door and putting them on the table, and then carrying stalks back out that same little door, you know, we got coming straight off the wagons. Some of our increase in efficiency has to be because of that. Those guys just finished that wagon. Foley's already dropped plywood over at that wagon. This fella here, he's just going to roll his cans up here and he's ready to start on new loads. When they get that one completely empty, I'll go hop on the new tractor out there with the hitch on it, snag that dude, and out the door I go.
You take it down to the barn, fill it up.
Take it over to the hoist barn. I'm not going to take I'm not gonna fill it up today because that tobacco, you can run your hand underneath the tails and get water. It's as wet as it's been all year, hanging in the barn. That Terry's about to make a bale. There you go. Move, dog. Beans.
And it cured down fast.
I think that's what happened. It got hot and dry. Right after this went in the barn, it got hot and dry and it cured real fast. It cured too fast, kind of sealed off those little areas, so they didn't get a chance to turn brown. They just stayed whatever color they were, which was yellow at the time.
Hey, make sure to take a picture of that guy just walked in. Take a picture of him, put it on there. That's my dad.
Okay.
He loves your YouTube videos.
How are you? Nice to meet you.
And we'll do a transfer across the big red here in just a second. Terry, let's do a transfer.
What are you into? Oh, he ain't very happy. He ain't very happy.
That ain't no good.
$1.63.